So when we started 1847 stone milling, we knew we were doing flour, and we knew we were doing flour with gluten in it. And of course we started the flour mill right at the height of the gluten-free fad. So when we started it, we knew that there had to be some compounding variables with the breads that we find here in Canada. You always hear about people saying, I go to Europe and I can eat all the bread I want in Europe, and I come back here and I eat one slice of bread and my stomach hurts so bad. So what we did when we were looking at becoming a flour mill, we looked at what they had in Europe and what they were using. So in Europe they use a lot of organic grains or no spray grains. They have a little bit higher regulations for grains out there, so when it comes to sprays. So we looked at that. We knew that the grains themselves were very, very important. And then what you'll also see is that a lot of these bakeries have their very own stone mill in their bakery, and they fresh mill their grain each day, or they bring in stone milled grain from local mills like us and make their things fresh every day from fresh flour. So those were the two main things that we thought were the big compounding variables between their types of flour and our flour. Our flour here is really made on a large scale with large mills, and it's all about the high throughput and then the fortification and the leavening agents and the bleaching agents to make, you know, the prettiest white loaf possible. But in doing so, they've removed everything good out of the flour. They've taken out the oils, they've taken out the germ, they've taken out the bran. Anything that had good nutritional value in it, they've had to remove it. And because they've removed it, they've had to add chemical fortification in order to meet regulations, because you can't just give someone a hollow ingredient. So they've chemically fortified it. Whereas our flour, it's 100% the grain, it's all of the oils. It's like eating a whole product. It's like eating a whole, you know, broccoli or carrot from your garden. It's the whole thing. So I have people all the time that send me messages that say, I thought I couldn't have flour, I thought I couldn't eat gluten, and I've used your flour, I've made bread, I've made cakes, I've made muffins, and I can eat your flour and not have any of the side effects that I've felt for years eating the breads and flours, conventional flours here in North America.